Hey guys, how are you all? Today I'm like super excited, bordering on like exploding fangirlness, excited to talk about the new Fate/stay night Unlimited Blade Works episode 0. And I did not expect, or I did expect, but it totally blew me away, kind of expect this episode to be so amazing and such a great opener, such a strong opener to this new season and this new series. I had like 2 different groups of friends ask me if I wanted to hang out tonight. They're like, Cloudy, do you want to come to a bar with us? Cloudy, let's go to dinner. And I'm like, no, I have to stay home and watch the new Fate/stay night. So being a hermit in my room and watching anime was totally worth it tonight because Fate/stay night was just absolutely fantastic for a first episode. So for those of you guys who don't know, Fate/stay night is a fantasy action kind of like epic battle series centering around something called the Holy Grail War, where mages will team up with servants that they summon, heroic spirits that they summon, in order to battle and fight for the Holy Grail, which will grant any sort of wish because it's an omnipotent chalice of like magical powers. That's kind of the gist of this series, and the franchise is really huge because it's adapted from visual novels. There's like light novels for it, manga for it, there's anime for it now, there's tons of Fate/stay night stuff out there. So this season's anime of Fate/stay night is basically an adaptation of a different route in the game, and it's kind of like one of those routes where you have to go deeper into the game to unlock, and after you unlock that, it leads you to this whole other thing. It does things a little bit differently in that it's told from Rin's perspective, or at least the first episode here is. Rin is very different when it comes to Holy Grail world because the Tosaka family has been such a big influence in the mage world for such a long time. Tosaka is kind of like an A-class, very classically trained mage. She's a very graceful person, albeit a very tsundere person, and I love that about the first episode because I love Rin. She's awesome. Rin and Archer have a really fun kind of relationship. It's very edgy, it's a little bit like playful, so I really like that dynamic, and you don't see that much of that relationship in the original Fate/stay night or at all in Fate Zero. Towards the end of the episode, they could have kind of ended episode 1 with Rin kind of finishing her day right after Archer brings the jewel back to her, and I thought they were going to kind of end it a little bit back there, but the cool thing is they kind of push us on a little bit more, which is why episode 0 is actually almost an hour long. We get to see Rin run out to the street, and she's actually confronted or almost attacked and killed by Saber, and that big reveal right before the end of the episode was probably the most epic part. Like, I'm trying to decide what was my favorite moment in episode 1. I love the very nostalgic opening scene where Rin is talking to her father. You kind of get a little bit of that in Fate Zero, but this just kind of like activated the feels like right at the beginning of the episode. I really love the moment where Archer acknowledges Rin as a really great mage. It's really refreshing to see them reinforce their master-servant relationship and how they're like very similar and really perfect for each other in this relationship. I am a Rin and Archer shipper. I don't know how relevant that is to the guys who are fans of the series. I don't know if the guys of the series will ship characters together, but nevertheless, I do ship Rin and Archer. I think they're really good for each other. We actually have not heard Shido talk at all, and the reason is because when Rin finds him, he's already dead. And she does end up saving him because, you know, he's the protagonist, so he kind of needs to be alive for this. They've met Saber at the end of the episode. They will be meeting Shido very soon. The best thing about this first episode, or this episode 0, was that everything that we wanted to see in here we got to see. We got to see a bit of summoning, some mage action, servant and servant combat action, witty and interesting dialogue, a little bit of the high school tsundere scenes, and a lot of similar elements that we've seen in the other anime adaptations and the visual novel introductory stuff. So I'm really glad that they actually kind of packed everything into a really proper introduction, and episode 0 makes for a really great prologue to the series. I think I would like flip tables or something, or flip my laptop if I had to watch Shido introduce us into the Holy Grail War all over again, but because it's from Rin's point of view, we are going a lot faster with all the introductory stuff. When you watch the animation in this show, it does a great job in bringing out the atmosphere of everything. From the very nostalgic kind of sepia-toned scenes at the very beginning, to the regular vibrant high school scenes where Rin is just kind of walking around the school or walking around town, to the very intense battle between Lancer and Archer, which was probably a really big highlight for me in this episode, and probably for you guys as well, because we actually got to see the heroic spirits fight intensely, and Archer and Lancer do go back and forth a few times. I love the way the battle choreography was styled because I felt like it was very interactive with the viewer, and you felt like you were really pulled into those angles as the characters were moving around, so that was really, really well done. And when you get the blade clashes, all the sparks, the sounds, really amazing. It was just like really high quality stuff that I really loved. With so much action going on in this series, we can definitely expect a lot of really great angles, a lot of great camera work, styles of special effects, stuff like that. There are actually gradients this time. We're seeing like shading and proper gradients in the characters, in the coloring, so it's all very nice. One of the most nostalgic things for me coming back into this series was probably the score music, because if you caught that in the background, you're definitely brought back to all those really like epic moments in Fate Stay Night 2006 and Fate Zero 2011. And Yuki Kajiura is the best composer out there. I love her music. She does the score music for literally all of my favorite series. Her music just really hits home for me, and I love the way she writes music. So if you guys are looking for more about Yuki Kajiura, check out the link below. So tell me, what did you guys think of episode 0 of Fate Stay Night? You probably loved it. I hope you loved it as much as I did. I can't imagine anyone hating it, because if you're a fan of the series, everything in this episode just threw you back into that world. All the elements of the Holy Grail world were kind of brought up, and I'm just super excited for this. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys like this, don't forget to hit like or subscribe for more from me. I haven't decided if I'm gonna do full video length reviews for the entirety of Fate Stay Night, but I will definitely be doing the blog post recaps and reviews for that. So if you guys are interested, you guys can check that out on the blog side of things. Also, let me know in the comments if you guys want full video reviews of Fate Stay Night. Most likely, if the series is long, I can cap them off at 2 episodes per each video. If something exciting happens every week, and it probably will, I might do weekly videos for Fate Stay Night, so let me know what you guys want to see from me. And more first impressions videos and reviews and blog posts will be coming very soon, because we have a lot of great stuff coming for the fall season. I feel like Fate Stay Night has officially opened the season up for me. If you guys haven't watched this episode yet and you sat through this entire review, go watch that episode now. If you guys did watch this episode, you're probably like me and you're probably rewatching that episode because it was just really awesome. So thank you guys again for watching, and I will talk to you guys in my next video very soon. Bye!